Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome to Random Hunts in Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. It's part 44 for my video series here, but this is the first time that I am recording Generations Ultimate for the Random Hunts series. It is currently the 16th of September 2018 as I'm playing this, and, or as I'm recording this I should say more specifically, and I have actually gotten a decent way through the game. I've already made a full G rank armor set at this point. I'm Hunter rank 11, which means I'm currently in G3, is that correct? Yes, so I'm currently in G3, and the reason why I'm using a bit of a different set right now, this is obviously the high rank, well I can't remember the actual name of the armor, is it Arc or something like that? Yes, it's the full Gunner Arc set, which is of course Shagaru Magala, and I'm using some gun, I don't know. The reason why I'm using a gun is because we're currently fighting high rank Kirin. Of course I could have reloaded mid-air there, but you see that's called using your brain, and I'm not using my brain right now, because I woke up not too long ago. But anyway, hopefully that will not affect my hunt at all here. Maybe I would be better off trying to do Dazzling S, and to be completely honest with you, some of you might know that I really don't know what the hell's going on when it comes to Generations/Generations Ultimate, because it was a long time ago when I did actually play the first game, Generations, and I didn't even play it for that long, so there are still a lot of somewhat foreign concepts to me, and one of them is the, I guess the existence of internal ammo. I don't know what all of it actually does, and Dazzling, I mean I was told that it builds KO damage, but it doesn't really give any sort of visual indication that it does achieve some sort of KO value when it impacts the monster. I mean, I know that I'm not even hitting the head at this point to demonstrate that, but yeah. I don't know if Kirin is resistant to flash or not. I think she is, but we're about to find out. That looks like flash resistance to me. Anyway, I'm going to use normal shots. I'm not saying it's amazing, but, you know, it's going to be doing some sort of damage, and I'll be able to stay away from Kirin as well, so I'm really not comfortable with being near a Kirin when I'm using a Blade Master set, so yeah, you'll have to excuse me with that. Part of the issue is also lack of sharpness. I'd be bouncing off the back legs, which is just kind of annoying. I mean, I did admit to you that I do have a full G-rank armor set, so the defense, I suppose, isn't really a big deal now that I think about it. It's more to do with the fact that I'm more comfortable fighting Kirin with a gun. It's what I've always done since second generation, so I will continue to do it now in that way. I'd like to try and aim for the head as much as possible, but yeah, it's not always the easiest thing I think you'll find. God damn it. You can see I'm taking a decent amount of damage here. I am level appropriate with my defense here. And as far as which G-rank armor set that I actually made, I made the Rathalos X, which is a pretty good armor set if I do say so myself, for endgame sort of stuff. Well, not necessarily, because it has really low thunder and dragon resistance, which is... those are the two worst resistances to have a negative level in, to be honest, but that's alright. At the same time, I thought it would be better to wait for an armor set that would give me a lot more defense and also have some decent skills. And Rathalos does have some decent skills. Now, I didn't actually really need to make a G-rank armor set until I got into G3, because I was able to just feel my way through the first 2 levels of G, and honestly I wasn't taking that much damage. I was using full high rank Nakakos, which was giving me 555 defense, exactly, which is quite nice. I do like those triple repeating numbers, but anyway, that level of defense was pretty manageable when it came to that level of G. But I haven't really demonstrated, well, I say demonstrated, I haven't really tried what the other monsters in G rank are like up to the G3 level with that sort of defense. I was able to work out that Rathalos was dealing a decent amount of damage to me, about a little bit more than half of my health with a fireball to the face in rage mode, I think, would be an accurate description of the damage that I was taking. Not really happy with that at that point, so yeah, I just ended up making a G-rank armor set, and you know, to be honest, Alright, I'm detonating now. But, the very annoying thing when it comes to Kirin being on the ground, there's some sort of strange thing when it comes to my shots. They get absorbed by the ground itself when I'm trying to shoot the face. I don't know why it's doing that, it's very annoying, but anyway. Last night I actually tried to hunt a Kirin solo, offline, low rank, and that was really annoying, not because it was solo, but because I was playing on the Switch in my bed, and I'm gonna tell you, the most uncomfortable fucking thing that you can possibly do is play Monster Hunter on the Switch portably. Now, I mean, some of you might wonder why. I mean, I have found that my complaints are often rather unique. Other people don't seem to have the problems that I have when it comes to playing games. The problem I'm having is the fact that it's so fucking uncomfortable to deal with the right analog stick and also, you know, use your weapon. You know, use the functionality of the game. It was just not at all comfortable. And then you've got the D-pad so far down. There's something about it because you need to physically hold up the Switch in front of you, and it makes the position of the Joy-Con buttons just 10 times worse. I'm currently using the Joy-Con controller, so I'm technically using the same controls, but because it's situated in the little controller mount, I don't really know what to call it, but anyway, the little controller thing that they've got for the Joy-Cons that you can slide in, there's something about it is just, it's easier to manage. It's still not amazingly comfortable, but it's 10 times better than actually playing on the Switch itself, as in the portable screen thing. So, yeah, really, I will never do that again. I sort of tested it out because I came home from work. I can't speak English, but anyway, so I came home from work, still had a few things that I wanted to do in Generations Ultimate, but I sort of cancelled those plans simply because I came to the realisation that playing on the Switch was just unbelievably uncomfortable, and I just couldn't really do anything, so yeah, well, it was okay when I was using Blade Master. I say okay, well, I should say it was somewhat tolerable, instead of saying it was okay, but when it came to using the gun, I was utterly hopeless. I just couldn't really manage the controls. It was truly awful. But anyway, I was fighting low rank first and foremost because I thought I was going to be able to get Kirin Thundertails by doing low rank. Well, as it turns out, that's not the case because I'm stupid and obviously have no recollection of what Kirin's drops are like. So yeah, here I am doing high rank now, online, using the same gun because this is really the only gun that I have, to be honest. And yeah, of course the reason why it's my only gun is because I was just, when playing through Generations, using whatever sets that worked and then just continuing to use them. I just didn't really have the drive nor the patience to create any sort of variation to armor sets, so yeah. At the very least, can you not do that, mate? Anyway, the benefit to that is that he chose to do that quite late on into the quest, so hopefully we'll be able to kill this Kirin within not too much more time. Then again, he was the guy doing the least amount of damage, most likely, because he was Hunter rank 4. Origins is stunned. Okay, I was about to say, he was staying in that stun for a while, but it was actually alright. So now that I'm about to run out of normal 2, I'm in a bit of a bad situation, because the only shot, really, that I have other than normal 2 that does any damage is Pierce, and Pierce is a bit of an iffy shot type with Kirin, because he or she, it's a he, I guess. I always want to say she, but I guess something about it looks more masculine considering the beard. But anyway, the Pierce shot type is obviously not particularly ideal given Kirin's size, but I'm going to do my best. This is really going to suck, just warning you. Yeah, that's alright, as long as I can line it up that way, yeah, that's okay. It's not that easy to line it up that way, but if I can do it at all, it's going to be alright, I think. There we go, that was a good one. I ended up taking the paralysis lightning there, but that's alright. You can't get me out of that, mate. That's not how that works. Thank God for Adept once again. I haven't really been using... I haven't really been using styles in this playthrough of Generations, in other words, my Generations Ultimate playthrough, because I just don't really want to go down that avenue just yet. I'm not saying that I'll... Are we serious right now? No, seriously. Are we actually failing the quest right now? I don't have the patience for this. Now, the thing that I especially don't have the patience for is the fact that this fucking guy is probably going to leave the room after this. I mean, it might not be the case, but it's common that people will do that. And I need a group to fight this high rank Kirin, and there are not as many people playing high rank right now as there were in generations before, obviously, because now you've got another level above that. Oh my god. I'm happy to wait, mate. I mean, I kind of wish... Maybe I should go ahead and just use Blade Master. That might be a better idea. The thing is, I'm not doing that much more damage with Blade Master, but I have a feeling that normal gunning the Kirin is not doing that much damage. The reason why I say I'm not doing that much more damage with Blade Master is because I'm still using high rank weapons. I only just got my G rank armor set. It is now time for me to work on my weapons, but I'm not entirely done with the G rank armor set because I'll show you it here. It is just one skill off what I want it to be. The reason why I'm actually fighting Kirin in the first place is because I need level 1 decorations for elemental attack up, and I just need 2 of those decorations, which means 2 Kirin Thunder Tails, and yeah, so hopefully I can get those in 1 Kirin killed, but at the very least, it will be a pretty decent armor set. Look, I was mainly going for the defense, if anything, but if I can get some good armor skills with that, that's also pretty good. Because, of course, I was considering whether or not I wanted to get one of the earlier G-rank armor sets, but in the end, my defense with Nakakos, as I said before, was perfectly fine for early G-rank. I was actually astounded, because the Urgent into G1 was a Diablos, which is really bizarre, because Diablos is like a G2 sort of monster, maybe even G3. Yet, he was the Urgent into, or she was the Urgent into G1, so I was sort of expecting it to have a lot of damage output, but it really didn't. It felt like high rank damage output, if anything, so yeah, it was really bizarre. But anyway, the guy here has not left, fortunately. I guess I was quick to assume that he would do that. Now, I think Kirin's weakness is ice, but I'm not entirely sure about that. So pretty much what I do whenever I'm not sure about a monster's weakness is I go and check their armor set, because pretty much 9 times out of 10, almost 9.5 times out of 10, the weaknesses on the armor of said monster will directly reflect the weaknesses of the monster itself. So water and fire, you know what that means? I am not going to be... You fucking little turd. You little turd. I mean, honestly, the patience required to deal with these ignorant fucking people is on a level that you can't even fucking comprehend. Or maybe you can comprehend it, but anyway. You know, to start with, don't die to a Kirin. Second is, own up to the fact that you've died, and at least wait to hunt with some more people later on. I mean, seriously. Oh, dear. Because the thing is, like... In my mind, I would think I've failed my other teammates, so the least I can do is stick around for the next hunt, and then he's like, no, I'm leaving. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm the new host of this room, but I'm actually going to recreate it. So instead of actually updating the room info as the host while remaining in the room, which is something that you can do in this game, I'm actually going to create the room anew, because I believe that it will take a while for the room information to update. So we're going to do Y Academy. Get my keyboard. Sorry for recording this downtime here. We're 14 minutes in, so this will probably end up being maybe a 25-minute video, because I'm going to stop... I'm not actually going to stop recording, but I'm going to cut till when we end up in the hunt soon. But for now, I'm going to create this room. It will be Kirin high rank. So the reason why I am making a new room is because that guy did not specify that he wanted to do high rank. He actually originally put up a low rank quest, and then I said, oh, I actually wanted high rank, and he put up a high rank quest. I don't know if that means that he actually... I don't actually know what that means. I say that in the sense that I'm not sure if he actually needed low rank, but then because I said high rank, he decided to do high rank for me, or if what he needed dropped from both. I don't really know, but anyway, that should be fine. Maybe I should have searched for other Kirin rooms first before doing that, but anyway. It's just very frustrating because there's something about doing high rank quests right now. I mean, it probably will be better later on, once all of the new players have caught up to this level of high rank. But right now, at the point where the Generations players are going into G rank and focusing on G rank, and the new players aren't at high rank level yet, like sort of endgame high rank, it's a bit of a no man's land where I'm not actually able to play with anyone. It's kind of shit. as in at this level, so yeah. That's one of the reasons why I immediately went into G rank, and I actually wasn't keen on that at first, because I still wanted to make some weapons at the high rank level before heading into G rank, but yeah, there was just no one to fucking play with, so I was like, alright, I guess I have to do G rank, and it ended up being perfectly fine, because I was thinking I wanted to be as set up as possible for G rank, because it would be obviously the next level of difficulty above that, but no, it's really easy. G rank in this game is definitely a lot easier than in the other games. At least I'd like to say so. Maybe maybe it's just that I was more set up with really high tier, high rank stuff than I was in the previous games. Because the thing is, like, if you're playing, say, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate or Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, you're dealing with G rank immediately. It's not something that you upgrade in. Well, then again, maybe the people who played the Japanese Monster Hunter 4 did experience the whole save transfer system, but the idea is that you sort of want to get straight into G rank. You don't linger and make a whole lot of higher rank stuff before you actually go into G rank. So anyway, I suppose that would affect the feeling of difficulty, but either way. I'm going to go ahead and eat. Never mind, I've already done that. So you would fucking think that seeing a Hunter rank 11 hosting a high rank room would be enough to bring people in, but perhaps not. I don't know. Because of course, the last Hunter rank for high rank is 8, so I'm a bit higher than that, but anyway. As far as my damage output, I'm still high rank level, but at least I've got good defense. It's 688, keeping in mind my previous defense before that was 555, so we're getting a pretty decent increase of defense there. Anyway, I guess I'll have to go ahead and wait for some people to join, or one person to join, or whoever the hell wants to hunt. This is definitely not an easy situation for me here. I hope you have some sort of empathy for me here at this moment, but anyway, I will see you guys when someone does decide to join the room, or alternatively, when we're actually getting into the hunt. Alright, so at this point I am back in a room, and obviously I'm a little bit desperate because I ended up in a turns room, which means that everyone sort of goes from the top of the playlist to the bottom, taking turns with whatever quest that they want to do. This Satania person is deeply, deeply retarded, putting up their own quest, trying to do his or her quest instead of Swoop's fucking quest. But anyway, who knows and who cares? So, at this point, I am just hoping that I'll be able to do a Kirin soon. But you probably won't end up seeing that because I'm only going to do one more hunt. This is going to be a Gammoth. Well, I say, I'm only going to be doing one more hunt for this particular video. I might end up recording 2 parts of random hunts here, and I'll only upload parts 40... Hold on. No, I said that it was part 44. I meant to say that it was part 45, because I recorded part 44 in Monster Hunter World not long ago, so yeah. And by not long ago, I think it was 2 days ago. Anyway. I said 44, and I managed to correct myself here like this, so there you go. That's a good thing. It only took me around 15 minutes to correct myself. I hope you guys can forgive me for that, but anyway. Just collecting some bugs here, because why not? It's only high rank, but whatever. I'm sure there are still some bugs that I can collect. Of course, my philosophy is, when it comes to collecting things during quests, is it's better to do it when you don't have to specifically look for the stuff, because you'll appreciate it when it does come time for you to require the items, and you'll just already have them, you know. So it's good to get them when you're not specifically looking for them. It's nicer. Anyway, so I have earplugs here. I don't know if that's going to work with Gammoth. Of course, you have all these monsters here that I just know nothing about, because I'm not really much of a Generations or Generations Ultimate player yet. I just need to get back into things here, but yeah, I don't really know what their roars are like. I would like to say that Gammoth will not allow me to resist his roar, but I don't know, we'll see. Of course, getting high-grade earplugs is a little bit too difficult for me at this point. I would prefer to just get element attack up. That's a big thing for me, because I do love elemental damage weapons, so... Or I just love focusing on elemental damage at the very least. I'm not one of those people who's like, well, raw is always better, so I'll always go for more raw. You know, I'm not really about that, because those are the meta players. I'm not really a meta player. I will try not to be actually useless, but I don't want to I guess, compromise my enjoyment in the game by trying to be meta. But then, of course, you've got people whose enjoyment in the game is the meta, so the point is I'm not one of those people, really. But definitely I do like to try and be reasonably effective. I will take issue with being particularly ineffective when it comes to my plays, so yeah, don't have to worry about that too much. Still not hugely used to fighting Gammoth, to be honest with you. I have probably only fought him enough times to count on one hand. Possibly. I mean, I don't know. It feels like I haven't fought him that many times. I would probably be able to check my monster list and find out. Might actually check after this quest if I can possibly remember. There is a very high chance I will not remember, so I apologise in advance. But anyway, before I do Sakura Slash, I would like to be at red charge for my longsword. I do believe that would make a difference with the damage, so that's what I'm going to do. Of course, it's an interesting decision to do that, because sometimes it might be better to actually just do Sakura Slash as soon as possible so you can start building it up again immediately, but I guess I'm just not that kind of guy. Please get the... yes. Managed to get the spirit combo out. I will actually do critical juncture. I don't know if that cancelled it or not. See, was that an animation cancel, or did he genuinely cancel my Hunter art by hitting me out of it there? I don't know. In fact, I don't even know how critical juncture works. I don't know if it gives me affinity with the word critical being in there, or if it just increases the raw damage of the weapon. The funny thing is, I'd say pretty much everyone watching this video would know the answer to that question. It's just I don't know the answer because I really just know nothing. So you'll have to excuse me for that once again. That's one of my catchphrases. You'll have to excuse me. Generally, if you do watch my videos, there will need to be a lot of excusing going on when it comes to the viewer and the content creator. But anyway, hopefully this Gammoth won't last too long, because once again I do want to kill Kirin. I just feel like doing this high rank stuff is not really... well, I'm not advancing too much through the game by doing high rank right now. All I want is just to get element attack up for my current armor set that I'm using right now, and the less I have to do to try and get that, the more I'm going to be appreciating it. So anyway, I guess I should do Sakura Slash whenever I can. There you go. I am resisting his roar. That's good to see. I don't think the back legs are very weak, but whatever. I'm not going near his face right now. Not really interested. So imagine if fucking we managed to triple cart in this quest as well. I would be deeply, deeply fucking frustrated. But the general rule with turns, I think, is that if you do end up failing your quest in the turn, it just goes to the next person. That's generally how it works. I haven't actually... as far as when people started doing turns rooms, I would like to say Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, because I did play a lot of Try, and I never saw that. I just never saw it. Maybe, I don't know, I wonder why people never did it in Try. Maybe they did it in the... maybe it's a American thing. Maybe the Americans started doing it first, and then everyone else picked up on it, because it didn't exist in the European servers of Try. The thing is, I think it's worth mentioning that I did play on the European servers in Try, because it's possible that the experiences were different. But I have heard from all the American players that playing Try for them was also really amazing as far as the online community, so it's interesting to know. I guess both servers were really amazing. I mean, who would have thought? Are you going to cancel me out of this again? Not this time. Please get him before he runs away. Fortunately, I managed that. He's not limping yet. Oh no, he is. It's okay. I'm just blind. My name's Doomlink, and I clearly don't have a pair of eyes. That's alright. Anyway, it's got such a big tail. It feels so satisfying to cut it, because it's just this big piece of flesh. Anyway, I'll go and mine here. Fortunately, these felines shouldn't mess around with me too much. Because I was thinking at first instantaneous glance that they were Mellings, but nope. I should be alright. Just mining here. This has been a pretty quick quest, fortunately, even though there's only 3 of us. But, yeah. I suppose my damage output is pretty good for high rank, considering it is end high rank, like top high rank damage, so... yeah. I think my true raw currently is 230, is that right? Actually, no, it would be higher because of my attack up. It's 256, that's pretty good for high rank, so... yeah, my damage output's nice at the moment. But yeah, I'm very happy that this is a game that displays true element and true raw values. We haven't had that, well, not including Generations, we haven't had that since Portable Third. So I guess it's a portable team thing, but anyway. Seriously, I have to tell you that the true values are so much nicer. Because while I am pretty used to having to look at the different weapon types and then judge what is a good damage value for each individual weapon type, because it is different, it is nicer to have it consistent across all weapon types, to be honest, you know. A lot of people do appreciate the raw values for element and raw damage, because... or sorry, the true values for raw and elemental damage, for the sake of actually, like, I guess calculating what sort of damage they're doing. You know, they're doing all the stupid damage calculations. I don't deal in that stuff. That's a little bit... well, it takes away from the romance of the game, really, when you turn it into, like, a mathematical equation, in my opinion. Obviously, people have different ways of enjoying the game. That's not the way I enjoy the game. But, yeah, so what I'm telling you is that you don't necessarily need to be into the mathematics of the game to appreciate the true values. I think it's just really nice to have something consistent and measurable at a glance when it comes to your damage output, regardless of weapon type. I think it's really good. Anyway, it was really weird in Portable Third seeing it for the first time. I was not too sure how I liked it, actually. But, you know, I got used to it, I didn't have a problem with it, and when I realised it was consistent across all weapons, I was fine. Satania is going to immediately accept his quest, which is a Najarala. Can't even remember the weakness of a Najarala, if you can believe me. Let's go ahead and check Ping's Dex. Oh, wait. This is the last thing that I'm going to be recording for this video. I might go ahead and do another Random Hunts video now, but I will split up the videos, or, you know, I'm going to continue recording, but I'm going to split it into 2 different videos. So anyway, I will see you guys in what I believe to be part 46. That will be the next part. It is currently the 16th of September as I'm recording this, and I will see you guys later when I do end up uploading part 46. I'll see you then.